always, like, share, subscribe. Now let's just get into it. Before I even get into this video, I want to wish everybody a happy 4th of July. Enjoy time off with your friends and family. Now let's just get into it. So I know everybody saw the big news. USC and UCLA are coming to the Big Ten in 2024. Now, I got a couple things I want to touch on after I speak about this, as far as where Michigan stands in that and how things will change in the Big Ten. But what's really happening is the first chip to fall was Texas and Oklahoma moving to the SEC. And so now you have UCLA, USC going to the Big Ten. Really, we wanted USC and UCLA came along, basically. But anyway, so what's really happening is the Big Ten and the SEC, the two biggest and main best conferences, are going to start taking teams from the teams with brands and blue bloods, and they're going to start taking them all, and they're going to try to get away from the NCAA. It's going to be basically going to be two super conferences, and it's going to be like the AFC in the NFL in the NFC, if that makes sense. That's what they're trying to do. That's probably what's going to happen. And they're going to get so many teams, and then it's going to be like 4 different conferences, 4 different divisions in each conference, or whatever you want to call it. So it'll be the Big Ten with 4 divisions, or the SEC with 4 divisions inside the SEC. So that's what it's looked like it's going to, and it's all about money. I know who the Big Ten really wants is Notre Dame, because it's all about money in the long run. The Big Ten got with USC and UCLA, the Big Ten got the LA TV market. So the Big Ten Network, all that stuff, they got another market now. We really want Notre Dame. Notre Dame has a huge brand. We all know they're on NBC every game or whatever. And so that's what it's about. We really want Notre Dame, and we're going to start picking off teams from these other conferences. So look for more to come in the next few years. And same with the SEC. Now, besides that, I got people, and I'm hearing people acting like USC is going to be the second best team in the Big Ten. If I'm not mistaken, USC's been trash or mediocre for a while. And I know people are going to say, well, Michigan's been mediocre for a long time too. Well, we just won the Big Ten, so you can take that how you want it. We just won the Big Ten, so it don't get much. That ain't mediocre. So if you want to go recency biased, I'm biased. We just won the Big Ten. So that being said, USC hasn't been able to win the Pac-12. So, I mean the Pac-10, or whatever it's called now. They haven't been able to win their own conference. So now they're going to come into a better conference and become the second best team all of a sudden. Now, Lincoln Riley, he's a great recruiter, great scheme. But he was in the Big 12. He was in the Big 12, right? He was in the Big 12. A no defense, pass happy conference. He goes to the Pac-12, and we'll see what he does the first 2 years before they come over here. I'm sure he's going to have the recruits, but you in a different conference. When you move to the Big Ten, you playing big boy football, like I keep telling people. This is a different league. It's not the SEC with the talent and the raw talent and freaks of nature that happens in the South, because you're playing in the sun all the time. Just what it creates. But the Big Ten plays a different style of football. So Are you going to be? Is USC going to consistently be able to beat Wisconsin? Are they going to consistently be able to beat Michigan State? Beat Michigan consistently? Beat Ohio State consistently? Beat UCLA, their little brother, consistently? Beat Iowa every couple years when they got a team full of juniors and seniors? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not really worried about them like that. Yeah, Lincoln Riley, he's gonna get some good recruits, but this is a different conference, bro. They ain't been winning the conference they in. I got people commenting, talking about some, oh, now you're behind USC. I'm on you for your comment, bro. Let's see. You were going to be behind Ohio State, but you're going to be behind USC too. USC got to prove theyself. Just because you get a good coach don't mean you automatically going to be good. Don't automatically mean you good. You ain't been winning your own conference. In 2 years, you come into the Big Ten. The Big Ten is a different conference. We're better than the Pac-12. So, people saying that, and with the recruiting, people are commenting on this recruiting. We just got a 4-star linebacker. I think we just got a 4-star receiver commit for 2023, and this is why I don't get into recruiting all like that, because there's so much time to go. When do they have to commit? November, December, something like that? It's July. And they haven't signed anything. These are just kids saying they're going to come there. These are verbal commitments. They haven't signed anything. So just relax. Michigan fans, relax. Let them talk their talk. At the end of the day, we'll probably have a top 15 class. It could make it to the top 10. You never know, because kids will just start coming all of a sudden. So that's just how I'm feeling about that. I'm getting comments talking about USC is the second best team in the Big Ten. How? Is Lincoln Riley playing? He must be playing quarterback and running back and receiver, DN, middle linebacker, safety. He blocking too. He the center and the offensive lineman too. He gonna get some recruits, but you got to prove something. Talking about some USC, the second best team. Give me a break. Prove something to us first. Can they win the Pac-12 this year? Probably not. So I'm not worried about USC just yet as being the second best team in the Big Ten when they come. Let's see if they can win their own conference before they come over here to the big dogs. The power conference, running conference, strong running game, strong defense conference. Let me see that first before I anoint USC as the second best team. We talking to y'all. Is Pete Carroll still at USC? I must have missed something. Pete Carroll must still be at USC. Matt Leinart, Dwayne Jarrett, Reggie Bush, Lindell White, Ray Malaluga, and all these dudes, Taylor Mays, they must still be at USC. Is Carson Palmer still at USC? I must have missed something. Because I could have swore I don't see USC barely on TV anymore. I must have missed it. Because people hyping up USC, they got a coach. But let's see what he does first. Let's see, can he get it going in the Pac-12 for these 2 years? Then they come to the Big Ten. Now, if they run out and maybe go undefeated this year or 12-1 next year, then I might say, oh, okay, maybe we do have to worry about something. But let me see, the proof is in the pudding. Let me see you do something first before we announce, oh, USC is coming. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Let me see you do something first. Because you switching from the Big 12 to the Pac-12, then to the Big 10 as a coach in Lincoln Riley. Let me see what you can do in these other conferences before I anoint you as the greatest coach that's going to fix USC overnight. And then come dominate the Big 10. I'll wait. I'll wait on that. I'll wait and see. Because these people really think Pete Carroll done came back to USC. I know it's some trolls, but I'm hearing this stuff and I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? They haven't been relevant since Lincoln Riley got there. Until he got there. They just became relevant again this year. But he ain't proved nothing yet. You got to prove something. You was in Oklahoma at the Big 12. In the Big 12. Pass happy, garbage defense. Is all the money, all the facilities, you still couldn't make a good defense at Oklahoma. Defense was still trash. Now he can recruit some quarterbacks and stuff. I ain't saying that. But can he in the Big 10, you got to have some defense, dog. You got to have some defense. Because we going to be playing defense. We going to play some defense in the Big 10. We going to play some defense. And we going to run that ball down your throat. You ain't got no good, strong defense. We can run that ball and you get dominated in them trenches. You ain't going to have to just worry about Michigan and Ohio State. You got to worry about Michigan State. You have to worry about Iowa. You're going to have to worry about Penn State. You're going to have to worry about you're going to have bigger fish to fry than just Michigan and Ohio State. You're going to have a lot more to worry about than that. So that's just how I feel. I had to go on a rant about this because I could have swore Pete Carroll and Reggie Bush and Carson Palmer and all these dudes is back. Matt Leinart, Steve Smith. They must be back. I missed it. They've been with somebody. I must have missed it. I must have been watching too much Michigan, and I missed USC win the Pac-12 every year. I must have missed USC in the playoff. Did I miss that? Maybe I was asleep. Maybe I was at work because I work all the time. Maybe I was at work and I missed USC in a relevant game. So show me some relevance before you come to me talking about you're behind OSU and now you're behind USC. Well, let's wait and see, because USC might get drugged in the Big Ten. Tell you the truth, they might end up with 3-4 losses every year, depending on the schedule. But yeah, that's just how I feel about it, y'all. I got people talking about USC like they're USC from 15, 20 years ago. Let me see Lincoln Riley dominate the Pac-12 for these 2 years, and then I might say, okay, maybe he's got something, and we got to worry about them. Let me see him do it first. I ain't seen nothing. They ain't been relevant in 20 years. Talking about some USC, the second best team in the Big Ten. Let me see it first. You gotta be kidding me. Annoying a team that just got a new coach. The team ain't been relevant since 15, 20 years. When was last what they won? The Pac-12? They won the Pac-12, what, 2017 or something? Folks ain't been winning. He gonna have to rebuild them. We'll see if it's a quick rebuild or a long rebuild. Then you go to a different conference that plays a different style of football. We play a different style of football. Tough, hard-nosed style of football. Sometimes in bad elements type of football. Or am I making this up? Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, because I could maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But people anointing Lincoln Riley and USC like they done accomplished something already. He ain't did nothing but bought a house and some cars. USC bought him some house and the cars. Now they national champs. They was in the playoff last year. Was they? Oh no, they weren't. So I just need people to calm down and y'all think. For some reason, people think the Big Ten is an easy conference, but we've consistently been the second best conference for the last who knows how long. It's been a while. We've been the second best conference from top to bottom. So people saying this stuff like USC is just gonna come and they just have to worry about Ohio State. No. Ohio State has built up countless great recruiting classes and winning seasons and dominated the Big Ten from that. Y'all haven't done that. You didn't even do it in your conference for the last 20 years. So what are you talking about coming to the Big Ten dominating? Prove something first. Because the Pac-12 ain't all that. I don't know if people noticed or I don't know when people decided the Pac-12 was some great conference. It's not. You know, if I put up Penn State, Michigan, OSU, your conference isn't going to hold up. So I'm not sure what's where these talking points came from, or if people just think Pete Carroll is still at USC or something. I don't get it. Now it's extra competition, but as far as them just coming over dominating, like it's just gonna be them and OSU, I'll wait and see on that. I'll wait and see what he's got going. But I don't want to get on here and rant too long, y'all. But that's just what I was thinking about. I had somebody commenting about that. They already assuming that we're. Last point, y'all. You know I always got to say I'm done, and then I got one last one. People with this recruiting classes don't sign. You have to wait till National Signing Day. People are assuming Michigan's going to end up with a top 50 class. We're number 50. It's not likely. We're going to end up in the top 15, maybe top 20. That's where we're going to end up. I had somebody comment like we're going to have 4 and 5 bad recruiting classes in a row. Boy, I wish I had your crystal ball. I've been won the lottery about now. You need to send me the lottery numbers with that crystal ball. Talking about 4 and 5 years. What are you talking about? How are you assuming that Michigan's going to have not one bad recruiting year, 2, 3, 4, 5? What are you talking? Where do y'all get this stuff from? 4 or 5 bad recruiting classes? Are you kidding me? Like, come on. That just ain't even believable. So, you're basing this off of the 2023 class that still has 5-6 months to go in it. Like, come on, help me somebody. Because these people in this recruiting class, this recruiting stuff is just killing me. Like, I don't get it. So, Michigan has a 2023 class. It's halfway through the recruiting trail. And you've already assumed that they're going to end up with a bad class this year, next year, the year off after that. And come on. Now you ain't even thinking logically. You just on the computer typing. Now come on. Do better. Do better. And like I said, we just got a 4-star yesterday. I think we got 2 4-stars yesterday, so that probably bumped us up some more. So, like I said, we'll probably end up top 15. Could end up top 10. You never know how many kids are going to sign or leave and come to us. Like, all this is right now is words from a high schooler. They haven't signed yet. That's why I don't get into recruiting like that, because it's all fluff. It's all talk until they actually sign. Because just like Dax Hill, remember Dax, 5-star, just left, said he was going to Michigan, changed his mind, said he was going to Bama. Then he changed his mind again and said he's going to Michigan. And he came to Michigan. These are high schoolers. Oh, a high schooler said he's coming. We got him. He changed his mind 2 months from now. He changed his mind again. He's coming back. All right, y'all. I mean, recruiting is needed, but that's why I don't get into it, because it's high schoolers. They change their mind like the wind. Today he's coming. Tomorrow he's not. He changed his mind. He wants to come back. He changed his mind again. He doesn't want to come. So I just like to wait until the actual class, because it's too up and down with this recruiting trail. It's too up and down for me. Like, you don't know until they sign. But that's what I got. I just want to touch on the Big Ten. The Big Ten and the SEC are going to become super conferences, and they're going to start picking off big name teams with histories and legacies, like the Miamis, Florida States, Floridas, Virginia Tech. Probably Clemson's gonna have to make a choice sooner or later. Notre Dame, because they're gonna control everything, and they're gonna try to leave the NCAA, and you're gonna have the NFC, AFC conferences, or whatever they're going to call it. It's going to be the Big Ten, SEC, super conferences, 4 division or 5 divisions in each conference. And it's going to be more like the NFL playoff scheme probably. So that's what I got, y'all. USC, UCLA coming to the Big Ten. You know, and I didn't talk about UCLA, but, you know, to me, they're like a in-between kind of Big Ten team. Could probably have some good years here and there and some bad ones, because that Big Ten schedule can be rough. It can be rough. But that's what I got on this one, y'all. People hyping up USC like they've been winning championships lately. It's been a long time. And the guys that were there when they were doing that, they're long gone. Pete Carroll, Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, Carson Palmer, they ain't there. They've been gone for a long time, so I don't get what y'all talking about. Now, if Lincoln Riley proves something in these 2 years in the Pac-12, then I might change my stance on that. But until I see something, if he don't get it going by the time he come to the Big Ten, he gonna have some problems, and that's just how I feel about it. But we'll see. He's a great recruiter, so he might get it together. But I'll wait and see. But that's all I got for this one, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Enjoy your 4th. Relax. Chill with family and friends. And as always, go blue.
The king in the north! The king in the north!